Yo everyone, welcome to today's video. It's going to be the No ERS challenge on F1 2025. You might ask, what is that? Well, we're going to try and beat the hardest AI in the game while using no battery deployment at all. Yes, no overtake, no hot lap, no medium, the whole race done in none, losing hundreds of horsepower. But we're here on Monaco, the toughest track to overtake as well. We are forced to a two-stop strategy, driving as Max Verstappen. Quite simply, as if anyone was going to make this challenge happen in real life, it would be Max, right? So, with that being said, we have got our work cut out for us. And as you can see, bottom right-hand side of the screen, the ERS in none. And we're already losing a lot of that top speed to the AI. And this is going to be really a race of making the most of the corners. And it is going to be pretty difficult, as you can see already right now, losing a bit of top speed, but the AI should Constantina up a bit here. Wasn't able to get up the inside of Behrman. We're going to try and get up the inside of multiple cars going into the corner up here. Lovely job, but he won't risk it with Lance Stroll up into now what is P14. AI side by side up ahead, so we have to effectively park the bus. Can't do anything. Let's see if we can steal something around the outside. We've got two cars. That's crazy. We've got two cars around the outside of the hairpin. Now that is what you call opportunistic overtaking. They're still going at it. And yeah, we're losing a lot of top speed in the tunnel, even versus Bortoletto up ahead of us. But as we get through the corners, we should be making more than that back. And just gaining in on the AI. Up ahead, there's a Ferrari leading the race. So, I don't know, that might be Lewis, that might be Charles. But either way, that's pretty interesting. It's on equal car performances. Whoa, oh my god, that's almost a wall. I was thinking about launching up the inside of Bortoletto there, but probably better not to. Yeah, equal car performance as well, just to make the challenge a little bit harder. The reason I thought it would make it harder is it's just going to make everyone a little bit more competent in a straight line. It's just going to make everyone a bit more quick on the pace. And yeah, just quite simply, if I was driving with realistic car performance, some cars would be quicker, some cars would be slower in the straight line, and the further that the car ahead gets away from us in the straight line, the less that we could dive bomb into the corners like that. We're probably not going to be able to get the move done against Bortoletto in that circumstance, but we're going to try and do a switchback, and now up the inside into the right-hander, and this is where it's really critical, right? Okay, Bortoletto got a terrible exit there, but it starts at 7, almost 8, yeah, let's call it 8 temps at the start of the straight, and now he's closing it down just to half a second as we was going into the braking zone. So even with a bad exit into the tunnel, he was able to gain multiple temps on us. But yes, the AI weak point is going to be the sort of final sector, and that's going to be where we're going to try and just maximize whatever we can do and minimize any opportunity for the AI to get away from us. It is Lewis Hamilton sitting the fastest lap of the race, so he is leading the Monaco GP. As the rules are of the Monaco GP now, two-stop strategy is in force, so we are going to be replicating that ourselves as well. Lap 6 is our first pit window, but to be honest, these mediums are still feeling pretty solid if you ask me, so I might have to change up the strategy as we go on as well, because I want to spend as little time in traffic as possible. Obvious statement, I know. Okay, I thought about launching up the inside there. Definitely better not to do that in this circumstance right now. I'm going to try and do a switchback though, underneath Yuki Tsunoda. Can we get up the inside? Oh, that was a bit risky. Sorry, teammate, but we are coming through. But yeah, I might change up my strategy a little bit, because I want the clean air. I don't want to be stuck in the traffic. If we do get stuck in traffic, it's going to be even harder to clear them, just because of the lack of straight line speed, you know. It's going to cost us a lot of lap time, and yeah, for sure, I think anyway, we can be faster than the AI on a raw pace basis, and we're going to be able to try and utilize that pace in the clean air. So my strategy here today is to try and just maximize as much of that clean air as we possibly can, and that should allow us to work forward during the race. 14.1, fastest lap of the race actually, even while getting past our teammate of Yuki Tsunoda on that time around the circuit. So yeah, the pace is in the car, and we are able to sort of work our way forward. Lap 4 of the race, P10 right now as well, even while overtaking a car quite aggressively on that previous lap. So yeah, let's see what we do. I'm still not decided if I'll go in, on or around lap 6, or delay it for later in the race. We also have the soft tyres available to us, you know, so something we might be able to do is, you know, a quick 2 or 3 lap stint on the softs, and then go on to the mediums or hards later in the race as well. Or what we might do is extend the pit stop completely, and then leave it until like lap 17 of the race, then put on some new tyres. But like I say, a lot to work out, and it's going to be really a race of reacting to where we are on track, reacting to what the AI are doing, and where we can best go forward from there. I'm going to try and get a switch back here against Carlos Sainz. Yeah, we can get on the inside. Thank you. See you later, mate. Make sure we get a good exit, though. Yeah, good enough. He's not going to be anywhere near us. Down the straight. And that's a main area that we need to protect ourselves against, you know. Just to make sure, whenever we do a move like that, we're quick enough on the exit of the corner so the AI don't have the opportunity to come back at us. Oh, yellow flag's up ahead. That is ahead of us as well, definitely. I have to watch out for any possible danger. Okay, green flags. I guess Hulkenberg's retiring. Oh my god, this is a bit of a roadblock. Shit. Oh, Hulkenberg, what are you doing, son? Oh, whoa! What are you doing, mate? Holy moly, what is Hulkenberg doing? Okay, we need to quickly have a little look back at that, because that was crazy. Right, I need to get my keyboard. Cray. What are you doing, son? Right. There we go. We'll go into third person, turn off the HUD. Yeah, Hulkenberg, I think, is trying to retire from the race. But the AI is confused where they can actually retire. I've never seen this before. Then, of course, we go to the outside. Probably a bit of a silly decision for me there. And then you can see here, Hulkenberg randomly pops back into shot because he hits the barrier. Right, let's just go on board with Mr. Hulk and just rewind it a little bit. Yeah, he hits the barrier on the inside. Oh, you can hear the car. Oh, no. That sounds like a tractor, mate. That's not ideal. Well, either way, he's just absolutely caused a plethora of carnage. Somehow we've been able to scrape up a few positions and work our way into P6 as a net result of that. But he has disrupted a lot of people still. Lando lost 2.5 seconds on that straight to us. Now Hulkenberg's getting out of the way into turn 1. I can just about see it on the mini-map, but... Crazy, mate. Crazy. Safety car! Oh my god, what has Hulkenberg done? He's completely messed up the whole race for everyone, man. Fair enough, Hulkenberg. What you doing, son? What you doing? Right, we need to think about the strategy here. Because, of course, we're lead car on the track. We're ahead of our teammates, so we have free reign to do whatever we need to do. Yeah, I think, of course, it's a two-stop strategy by regulation here in Monaco. I think let's put on a set of hards, and then we can sort of see where we're going to go with all of this, right? Actually, no, that's boring. Let's put on a set of softs. Let's spice up this race. All or nothing for the race win. My logic with putting on these softs is to then try and overtake these cars as much as possible, then stick on a set of hards or mediums later on. Was I just inside George Russell, or George Russell just inside of me? Anyway, cracking on. P6 in this race. Everyone has decided to make a pit stop now. We are the only car on the soft. So, I'm praying that the game is correct and it has included the two-stop mandated rule here in Monaco. Otherwise, I might be a bit cooked because I'm following the rulebook. So, hopefully, the AI are going to follow the rulebook as well. Only time will tell. But we're on softs. They're on hards. It should be easy pickings on the restart. I mean, another thought process would be boxing straight away right now and then going to another set of hards, because technically that would mean I've done all of my pit stops required to do in this race. What if I fully trusted that the AI were going to box? I think I would do that. If I was doing a online race, I think I might do that, but to be honest, I don't trust that the AI are going to box, so we're going to choose to keep the track position and then work forward from there. Oh, they're boxing again. What? The AI might have actually played a genius strategy there. I might have underestimated the AI here. I was not expecting him to double pit stop. Okay, that is genius from the AI. Fair play. Fair play. I think we're still in a good position, though. Right. Okay, here's what determines if we're in a good position or not for this race now. If I see Hamilton boxing, we have to box as well. Because then, ultimately, everyone would be on the back of us, and it'll be GG's anyway. But if Hamilton and the majority of the cars stay out, we can utilize these soft tyres to push, gain a big advantage while other people are on their other tyres, and maybe, just maybe, have a pit stop advantage, or near enough a pit stop advantage to come out and not be in traffic. Because at the moment, a lot of these cars are going to be in traffic, you know? So, all hangs in the balance if the AI want to box again, you know? Well, the ones ahead of me, and the ones directly behind me as well. I pray they don't. I pray they don't. Safety car in this lap! Okay, they can't even box! Okay, this is fantastic. This is actually cinema. This is cinema. This is unreal. Right, okay. Watch them box anyway, you know. Watch them box anyway. This is going to be crazy if they do. Right, we need to be all over the back of Lewis. Someone hit the wall. He doesn't box. Okay, he's actually caught me napping. Okay, I was so tempted to turn on the overtake button there. Why is Lewis still not running battery? Okay, now he is. I could see his light flashing on the back of the car. Oh, red flag! What is happening, man? Does that count for my pit stop? Surely not. Does that mean I can go to the end? Because I've changed tyre, but I've not done a pit stop. You know what I mean? I actually don't know if I can go to the end now. Right, yeah, we're going to presume that we can't, because I don't really know how I feel about that, to be honest. Especially because we're going to be in P2, right? Okay, so we're going to start on a set of softs, like we just were. Going to presume that we have to do another pit stop, like it was already planned. Because, yeah, it might do, but I've got a feeling we're going to arrive at the end of the race, and we're going to be a bit cooked by the strategy, unless we continue with how we normally were planning. Right, see you later, Lewis. Right, into the race lead. These are critical laps now to try and build up our advantage and hope the AI have to box again, or hope that we can just build up a pit stop advantage organically to these AI. With these set of soft tyres, they should be good until, like, lap 14. And then we'll see from there, 1.5 seconds behind, well, ahead of Lewis. The gap is going to close to, like, 1.2, 1.1 at the end of the straight. Apex of lava. Only 2 seconds off the fastest lap of the race from a standing start. Shows how quick these tyres are in clean air, you know? It should be fastest lap of the race here. It is by quite a margin. .2. 43 seconds to Lewis, 7 seconds to Sonoda. .8 seconds to Sonoda. Yeah, I'm confident we can beat Sonoda regardless in this race now. There's a point that we need to bail from these tyres. Make another pit stop. Right, I think we'll go into the box. We'll finish off this lap. And now this new lap. We'll box this time round. Almost stacked it in the wall there for turn 1. Right, here we go. Here we go. Let's see where we're going to come out here. For sure we're going to be behind Lewis. That's not really a question. That's a given. We're probably going to be around that sort of green kick Sauber dot. It's going to be miles ahead of us, actually. We're going to be well and truly in the thick of it. Oh, sliding on the exit. Coming out in P10. Right, here we go then. Need to put some laps in here. Well, obvious statement, I know. We got laps to finish the race, but some decent laps in, I should say. We need to take forward of every opportunity. See you later. It's so tempting to press the overtake button, you know. I wonder if Lewis and Norris will box. Oh, we actually hit the back of Lawson. We carried so much speed. This is exactly where we need to not be. See ya. Okay, Lewis and Norris are not boxing. Maybe they were allowed to complete the regulation underneath the red flag. What I don't think was part of the regulation. Anyway, maybe I read it wrong. Either way, we've got a job to do. And worrying about their pit stop or not pit stop isn't going to help us get past Alonso and Behrman. Going to try and go around the outside of Alonso here. Very close to contact. Need to be careful because, of course, last lap we hit Lawson in chicane. Lucky not to pick up damage, in all fairness. Have to make sure we don't do that again. Otherwise, we might run out of luck. We go into the corner. It's 7 tenths on the exit. We're there. Come on. Need to show them speed. Yes. Come on. Let's do it. Somehow we was able to keep up with him on the straight there. Just the pure momentum we gained underneath the traction. That was a bit naughty. Okay, that was a bit naughty. That was... Yeah, that wasn't very nice. That wasn't very nice. Whoopsie daisy. I'll buy him like a Malteser or something like that to make up for him. I'm sure he'll gracefully accept the Malteser. Actually, no, he's sponsored by Kit Kat. I'll get him a Kit Kat. Although he probably could have got the Kit Kat for free. Either way, the offer is there. Isn't going to really make it better that I just punted him from a million miles away down the inside of our teammate as well. But yeah. Sorry, Bortoletto, for the punt. My apologies. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. Anyway, need to crack on with our own race. We're 2 and a bit seconds to Carlos Sainz. It seems like Lewis and Norris are not going to be boxing. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's out of the question to catch them. Six seconds. We need 3 seconds a lap. I think if I did turn on my battery, we could have a chance of them. I think we have a chance of them anyway, but with the battery, for sure, we would catch them at least. But either way, that's not part of the challenge. New purple sector 1. It's only green, actually. It's a bit surprising. So it said we was up on our delta on the steering wheel going into that sector split, so I must have done a better one earlier. Either way, up behind Carlos Sainz, no chance we can catch him. Through the tunnel to go for a lunge. We should be really close to him on the exit though, so we should be able to do the old switcheroo here. Pick up a good traction. Oh, we actually hit the wall on the inside. Come on! No, we're not going to be able to get fully alongside him. wasn't able to do the old switcheroo. We'll get him in to Raskas though. Let's see, we'll go around the outside this time so we don't do what we did to Bortoletto. Go for the switchback, get the traction. See you later, mate. Thank you very much. Final spot on the podium secured, but unfortunately 5 seconds to try and catch. Oh my god. You can see how much faster he was, even though we had DRS open. That's just the effect of not using the battery. Yeah, 5 seconds to Norris. Going to be really difficult to catch that. But to be honest, I love driving Monaco. As I hit a wall. That's not ideal. But yeah, I love driving Monaco, so just going to enjoy this final lap. Focus on my driving technique. Focus on my racing lines when I'm not hitting a wall. That's never ideal. Yeah, hopefully with the next F1 game, the wheel flicking is gone. Because Monaco, without needing to do wheel flicking, is such a good track. It's so enjoyable, but the sort of wheel flicking takes a lot of the precision and I can't say challenge out of it, but just stops a bit of the satisfaction, you know. Either way, let's talk about something positive, and that is going to be able to come home for a podium. Hooking up the final sector pretty well. A little bit of a front right lock up there. But yes, what a race that was. That was chaotic. From start to finish, only going to finish about 4.5 seconds off the race lead while doing an extra pit stop. I don't know if the game broke the regulations there with the AI, or I was silly and did an extra pit stop when I didn't need to. But either way, what a cracking race. I had fun. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And hopefully you did at home as well, or wherever you're watching the video in the world. Yeah, Lewis Hamilton wins in Monaco. What a sight that would have been this year. Maybe might be next year as well in 2026. Either way, with that being said, let's check out the official race confirmation. Lewis doing his little nice walkout. Lovely jubbly. And you can see we got the fastest lap of the race by just about 1.3 seconds relative to Sir Lewis Hamilton. Okay, it did say pit stops too. So I guess the red flag did count as a pit stop. No. It said, oh yes, it did. It did, because the leading person who initially did the pit stop underneath the safety car must have been Alexander Albon, who says they've done a three-stop strategy, like us. So that's a bit weird that they considered a red flag to be a pit stop. But I'm not going to call it a bug. I'm not going to call it a glitch, because I actually don't know what it would have been deemed as in real life either. So that being said, that's a bit spicy. And has truly screwed over a lot of the people who may have had a good result in that race. Charles Leclerc, P2 to P14, 19 seconds off the race win. I'm sure he's very happy with that. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I've been Brendon Leigh, and I'll catch you next time. Grazie ragazzi. Ciao ciao. Bye bye.